Okay, folks, I'm going to try to do this somewhat professionally, so you've got some decent content maybe to watch. I maybe overpowered this car a little bit. We're going to see. So, however, this is the All Japan special event race. It's not All Japan, obviously, because there's another F40 in this event. So we're gonna see what happens here on the first try. And I have the spiciness level at 3. So if anybody's wondering. This is my cardio too, because I don't drive a manual as often as I used to anymore, so for me to keep up my leg strength and the whole left side of my body after years of driving manual, this helps. Welcome, welcome! As I was just saying on the introduction here, this car is a little overpowered, possibly. I'm trying to do more, I'm not going to say professional, but professional streaming. This also doubles as my cardio, because for most of my adult life, I did drive manual. And I don't do that as much anymore. So this does help keep my body from deteriorating. Oh, this car is real sketchy right now. And I do not have my audio set up properly either. Wow. It in third because of all the boost lag instead of just lighting up the tires. But hold on, because this thing sounds just not right. Oh, that's why. Missing the bass. Okay. Oh, don't put it into the wall at 300, John. Spiciness is at the level 3 for anybody trying to say that I'm racing on easy difficulty here. Come on now. Wide. This thing, not how I want it right now. Wait till the next race. Oh, getting ballsy. Are we in the Porsche? Okay, first gear, and I'm gonna peel the tires off the rims coming out, right? Yeah. foot braking here and there. Come on. Oh, there's the other F40. 13th. Oh, I gotta move. I don't think this car's still gonna be enough. Oh yeah, got the LM F40 up there. I think I got the same wing option though, so at this point it's just about the setup. Ooh, these boys are getting squirrely. You guys are back in the pack, man. What are you doing? I know it's only lap 2, but oops, Ferrari on Ferrari violence. And oh, I got places to be, bro. Ooh. Oh, bugger, caught me right in the bumper, eh? I felt that. I could have picked like a GTR or something, make this easy for me, but where's the fun in that? This thing's fast, don't get me wrong though. Oh, a little too wide. A little too wide, a little too wide. That's gonna make for a cool replay though. Welcome viewer number 2. Welcome to lap 3 of Shenanigan City. I don't think my Ferrari's gonna be able to keep up. At least not this time around. But we're trying. 10th place right now. Trying to keep it under wraps here. Lap 3 of 7. Trying not to peel the tires off of this thing. They say tire temperature doesn't matter in this game, but they're just not letting us access it. Woo! Woo! Okay. It's alright. Jeez. And back in the pack again. Snap oversteer, this thing is just ruthless. Ruthless. Ooh, misshift. Touch your grass. I gotta at least make top 10. Come on, come on, come on. Lap 1 all over again. Go make some money. You're gonna make some money, honey. Come on, come on. Give me a window, boys. Or girls. Give me a window. Give me a window. Come on, come on. Jeez. Got all over. Ha! Got you, bro. Yep. Psych. Think I'm going left, going right. And the AI are pretty aggressive when you get up there. I mean, if you really have a car that's close to match, they'll put some heat on you. A lot of people criticize the AI in this game, mind you, I haven't even tried against Sophie, but Sophie is, you know, the culmination of the standard AI anyways. It's just on the fly, you know what I mean? It's got emotion. So if you cut off Sophie, you know, it's gonna have a reaction. Not just, you know, disregard you and then keep going on their way, right? That's the difference between AI, really, is they're trying to put emotion into it. But it's a little hard when a computer hasn't really gone 300 kilometers an hour, you know? Doesn't really understand the physics of what can happen at that speed when you give somebody a little nudge because you got passed on the outside, you know. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's always in the S's where these guys just, everybody's afraid to make a pass. Just all over the road. It's the grass. Oh, I need to stiffen up the springs on this thing a little bit. If I'm having this hard of a time with these guys, I want to know who's in first. Because that's crazy. Diablo. Bye-bye. Last lap. Wow, 9th position. Yeah, next race got to be way cleaner than this. Wow, these guys are gone. Okay, 9th position's not the worst. Not the worst. It literally could be way worse. Come on. I guess this was good practice. Suzuka's always been a little bit challenging for me. I mean, this corner here is just... you're about, you know, about the 200-kilometer-an-hour mark going through that corner, but I've taken that corner doing like 240 in certain cars. Okay. One more time. We gotta try this top 3. I'm supposed to get top 3 here. Of course it's the McLaren. 14 minutes, eh? Dang. Okay. Just gotta make a few slight changes here, I think. Yeah, we need a few slight changes here. Let's save that real quick. Yeah, that's why. All right. A little more downforce up here. Okay, no traction control, no well, it's got ABS, but I mean, the ABS is insignificant at this point. I'm having to threshold brake anyways. Well, that's third. And I'm using the clutch. Okay, this thing's gonna handle way different now. I cannot go off at lap 3. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, pushing. Jeez, man, like, can't even get a clean race bonus because these guys will literally push you off the track. If I don't hit them, I'm going off anyways. Fine. I'm not playing nice now, man. Screw the clean race bonus. Oh. Why you do testing? You know, I went from me giving myself a challenge to just, this car's not ready. You know. We'll keep up with a McLaren F1 in this thing. The race car McLaren F1. Yeah, and that's just my fault right there. One more retry. I know I can come top 3 with this car. It's not impossible. Snap oversteer with this car is just... course, I could probably do a little bit better suspension tuning. That's why we're here, right? Okay, and you pissing me off in your Lamborghini, man. That's why you guys are always at the back of the pack. That's why you guys had. That's why Lamborghini had to make their own class, their own category of race for the Lamborghini, because they realized that it sucked so bad compared to other cars. The only logical thing to do with them was just to race them against each other, instead of actually having a factory team race against, you know, cars like this. I don't even think that wing even did anything either. Never mind the factory ones. All this guy does is just get in my way. Like, come on, hitting the brakes when you don't need to. Like, what am I, like, come on. And like I said, I got the AI at all the way. It's spicy, the spiciness level. I got 3 habaneros on this motherfucker. Whoop, whoop, don't pit me, man. Oh, the grass. Got all that room on the tarmac, and I still choose to go on the grass. Come on. No, should have gone left, but I went right instead. Let me get past you fools. Come on. Guy in the Porsche's dick. Knob end. Bell end. Give me. Yep, that's it. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. But it's like you guys don't even use your mirrors. I feel like I'm on the 401. Everybody in the left lane doing 20 kilometers an hour. And I'm sitting here, you know, trying to get somewhere. Guy tapping the brakes on me, man. You preloading the pads, right? Preloading the brake pads. They literally turn into you, you know? Like, they literally turn into your back bumper the moment you go to pass them. You know? I mean, if Polyphony Digital actually hired some professional sim racers to do this AI, and not just the guys that are in the office. No offense to the developers or anything, but it's 2024. The campaign of this game should be way harder. And I mean, like, extremely hard, okay? Like, yeah, okay, I'm having a little bit of a difficult time, but I intentionally picked a car that was not suited for this. You know, like I basically showed up at a Ferrari dealership, grabbed an F40 and threw some slicks on it. Alright, and a big wing, and then calling it a JGTC car. Might as well be a Honda Civic with a turbo. So, I mean, if I'm able to keep up with these, you know, computers, and like I said, I've got the difficulty all the way up. It doesn't change the payouts. It's just supposed to make the AI more difficult. And you know what? It does. It makes them more difficult to be around, not race against. You know, it's like racing against, you know what it feels like? I'm gonna be honest. Like racing a 12-year-old Max Verstappen. Imagine how that must have felt. know? So you guys really want to know why Max Verstappen's so good? I mean, it's not like it's a secret anymore. But he knew his dad would probably whoop his ass if he'd at least come top 3. Because Lord, you don't want to come anything less than top 3. That, my friends, is why Max Verstappen is so good now. Because of those theoretical ass whoopings that he's still afraid of getting. For not being the best. Yeah, see, now the tires are getting hot. But the gauge doesn't show it. They don't even tell me what my tire pressures are. No. I get it. It's a simulator, but who knows the tire temperatures? But it sure as hell ain't the driver. I mean, I can feel it when it's going to come loose from underneath me, but I know I can have some tire sensors. Come on, come on. Yeah. The harder I try, the more it misshifts. Come on. No, I should have added more downforce. Come on. Come on, come on. Got a purple sector. Going faster, going faster. Just takes a couple laps getting used to this new setup on the car. Oh, come on, man. Third, really? Yeah, like the back tires are giving out, they're getting hotter, but other than the sensation that I feel through the steering wheel, welcome to viewer number 3. As I was saying, I mean, I don't feel, I mean, the sensation is through the steering wheel. Now, this is a G29, okay, so I've got it set up where I can feel right before the tires actually give out. Okay, like you would in real life. I don't care what anybody says. All right, you can. If you've driven a real car and you know what that sensation feels like, this does the job. Just don't max out your torque settings, because then you might as well be driving a Mack truck. Okay, And I love when people start bragging, oh, my rig puts out, 88.9 Newton meters of torque. It's like, bro, your real steering wheel will never do that. Never. You could have the truest OG manual power, like non-powered rack in the heaviest vehicle, and it's still not that hard, okay? So the reason why the force feedback really exists is so you can feel the road surface. That's it. And provide that little bit of resistance that the steering racks do have depending on the car you're driving. Okay? So, for example, I know this Ferrari does not have power steering. Okay? However, only when you're stopped does that actually matter. Okay? So, in a video game, for example, you don't max out the stiffness settings because, oh, it's a manual rack, it has to be heavy, blah, 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 blah. No, because then you're trying to turn, 45 Newton meters of torque, what, at 200 kilometers an hour? That's not how it happens in real life. Oh, mischief, too. But that happens in real life. So, these video games, people got to take them with a grain of salt in both senses of, yes, they're very realistic, but to the point where people are taking that to the next level. And again, it's like, if you've never driven a manual powered or a manual steering rack car, and then the same car with the power steering version, you don't know what you're missing, and you don't know what the actual effects and the feelings are through the wheel. So I'm sorry, but like a lot of these players that are going straight from, maybe getting their G1, their learner's permit in real life, and then, hopping into a game, it's like, yeah, okay, there's some similarities, but that's also partially the reason why you don't see everybody in Formula One or NASCAR or IMSA scrambling to pick up sim racers, okay, guys? Like, let's be honest here, all right? The very few of us who have actually made it to the professional leagues, and when I say us, I mean sim racers as a group. I'm not a pro. I'm not. But, it's a win for us, considering this was a game. This was a toy. This was never, taken seriously by everybody else. Meanwhile, those of us who knew, we knew. Alright? We knew what was coming. And esports blew up so fast where, just look at it. Gran Turismo is in the Olympics. It's an Olympic sport. It is not a game, it's a sport. Okay? So let's just be clear on that. And people tend to think that, yeah, you put a lot of hours into a game and it's going to correlate to real life, but it doesn't. You really do need to have some real in-car experience to go along with this, because otherwise, the learning curve, in a real car is a heck of a lot more steeper otherwise. Like being able to predict how to turn the steering wheel to save the car, before those actions even need to happen. And that's, what a lot of people lack, because they're so focused on just staying on the line, staying on the racing line, hitting the certain curves at certain speeds, and they're trying to memorize so many different things about the track that, I'm going to be honest, a lot of this racing online, it's not competitive. It's everybody in the same car, or similar car, with very similar skill sets. And, yeah, the people that are really shining on this game, as far as lap records and like really, really high rankings, I hate to break it to you, but they're just abusing the system. Okay? I'm going to be honest for a second here. A couple people who maybe will watch this later on might not like it, but that's okay. If you go and you watch a lot of the replays of people who have lap records or are consistently setting the fastest lap times on events or, you know, on other live streams, for example, you got to understand that they now know the system. When I say that, I mean they know how far away from the curbs and the track limits to basically milk the system. Where in real life, if they were doing that, you know, it's frowned upon, okay? But because we don't have marshals in this game, we don't have any stewards in this game to sit there and, you know, actually penalize people, you know, in live gaming events or live streams or a race, you know, it takes away from the whole experience. Because I remember watching, you know, the old Gran Turismo TV show where they were actually trying to get kids and people that were sim racing into real cars, and there was only one significant rule on that whole experience that they were doing, okay, trying to become real drivers. And the one rule was, if you dropped more than one tire outside the track limits, you were gone. You were kicked off the show, and that was it, okay? Didn't matter if you were setting the fastest lap times. You had to be a good driver in all senses of that term. You had to have, you know, comprehension of what being on the racetrack means. I mean, yeah, in this game you can cut a corner 5 feet. 5 feet, excuse me. You can cut a corner 5 feet and you won't get penalized. Not really, okay? And so, you know, that's why when you watch a real race is always more exciting. And I mean a real life race, right? You watch NASCAR, you watch a real NASCAR race versus, you know, a NASCAR E-race. It's not fun. I'm sorry. It's just not fun to watch, you know? Because you're removing the whole human experience of what it actually feels like to be in a car, and that's the scariness, okay? You're removing the fear from driving, and that's a problem. Because, you know, again, those of us who've done a lot of things in cars and experienced those moments where it's like, you know, everything was going great, and then in a split second, you think you're about to die. You don't get that in a game. You don't. You never will. It would have to be so immersive where it would be tricking you into thinking it's real. So, how do you avoid, you know, how do you avoid getting sucked into this whole realm right now of wanting to be a sim racer and then wanting to become a pro? You can't. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You either gotta be a sim racer or you gotta be a pro. That's it. And you gotta take what you learned from both, if you can, and transfer it over. Me being how I am, I'm lucky that I'm just able to drive well enough as the pros in real life. I don't care what anybody says. I know I can, okay? I just haven't had the blessings of, you know, trust funds or, you know, a parent that has a multi-million-dollar company that I can get a small loan of $1 million from, all right? Or the simple thing of karting at a young age, because people seem to think, oh, just get into karting when you're young, you know, get your kids into karting. Karting costs a lot of money, okay? It costs a lot of money, and you ain't gonna really do that competitive. You ain't gonna be that competitive with a 15-year-old kart and no experience in the industry. You're not. So it does take knowing a lot of people, and to be honest, living in the right place at the right time. Because let's just look at the reality of this, right? So now I'm going to show you what happens when you bring a bazooka to a knife fight. So by theory, this thing should be way crazier to control. Like, this thing should be like unmanageable. We're gonna find out. I got 7 laps to make it to first place, and I'm making first place. I don't do this whole, you know, 3rd position, 2nd position. This is a game. If you can't beat the computers in this game, how do I say this nicely? If you can't beat the computers in this game with the AI difficulty at the highest level, get a real car, something slow, like a Civic, and just go beat the crap out of it on a racetrack. Like, I'm talking a bone stock, whatever year, manual though. Manual. Stock tires. Shit, I don't even care. Just go buy 3 pairs of the cheapest brake pads money can buy you, okay? And some brake fluid. And go beat on that thing at the racetrack. Go to a track a day, you know, a track event day. Spend like $200, $250 sometimes. And beat the crap out of a stock Honda Civic. You will learn to drift before anything else. And that's how you get better, alright? You have to master the front-wheel drive cars before anything else. And that's truth. That's just the oldest known fact, because front-wheel drive cars are the hardest to control at their limits because they're so squirrely and because of how much attention is needed. I might just do this race in a Civic just to see, you know, what it would actually do against these old cars. Okay. And this thing's sequential, so no clutch. Just a bunch of ass whooping. 1,000 horsepower GTR. First lap, just warm up my tires. Ooh. Yep. Sorry, bud. Try to pass everybody as cleanly as possible. That's my goal. You know? Squirrely Dan over here. Oh yeah, now we're keeping up with the pack. I don't have all that aero these guys do, and I sure as hell ain't spending $1.8 million right now on an old JGTC car. It ain't happening, man. Nor am I going to spend the next 4.5 hours trying to build one. Woo! It's treated like a real race, right? Or not? Oh, and the nitrous. Forgot about that. Woo, boy. That back end is light. Okay, I gotta go back inside. Okay, clowning around right now. Oh, I know why. That's why. better. Not transferring all the weight over the front end. Oh my lord, man. Okay. No. No. It's been a rough morning, so. We're gonna do this properly. Come on. Oh, not gonna happen here. There you go. Pick and choose your battles, right? Pick and choose your battles. You can still have 1,000 horsepower. Still get stuck in traffic. We're winning this event today. Nitrous! Brake early, brake early. Oh. Oh yeah, the back tires are getting, even though it's not showing on the gauge there at the bottom left. Oh, super off. Oh. The battle for fifth is on. The battle for fifth is on. This is what I signed up for, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Some actual friggin' racing here. Come on. This was like a proper, 50-lap race. Oh my lord, I'd be in heaven right now. Because then I'd actually pick a proper car for this and not have to, It's not cheating, because they didn't put a limit on. They didn't want me to use this. They should have set a limit. Because they know themselves that McLaren, that thing's cheating as it is, yo. Oh. Too fast. Ah! Come on. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. big brakes. Oh, the NSX is up there right now. Yeah, sorry. I just want the money right now. Ooh, you got me. I see you. I see you in that mirror. Smooth as fast. Smooth as fast. Oh, come on. Even the brakes are fading right now. Whoops, wrong gear. Oh, my tires, come on. Come on. Come on. Seven laps. Seems a hell of a lot longer now when you're in first. Just shows how good that McLaren is in the corners. Come on. One more lap after this. I didn't think I was going to have to pull this car out, but I don't really have a dedicated car that's period correct before this race. Wish I did. Would have been a heck of a lot more entertaining, but a lot more maybe door-to-door racing, but that McLaren's still peeking up behind me though. I got 1,000 horsepower and super soft. Not as much aero. Oh, I gotta stiffen up the springs on this thing. Maybe it's the sway bars, I'm not sure. Come on. Last lap, right? Okay, finally. And just barely. I'll take it. Okay, driven 135 kilometers. Got a little sweat going on, but that's okay. So yeah, I hope if anybody's still watching this at this point, I mean, enjoy it because you enjoy it, right? That's pretty much all I We'll see you again soon.